Welcome back, everyone. This is Steven, your host in the Go Big Red FTW podcast. Today, we have a special one for you. We are recapping the news from the past week and different storylines, and at the end, we'll share with you some videos you can look forward to. So make sure to hit subscribe if you haven't already, and stick around. We have some great content coming your way. 1 week ago, this channel was built, and I just want to say thank you thus far for the support as we dive into a recap of the week. First, we had some high school players out there cooking in the All-Star games. Ethan Nation, DB, dominated in the Under Armour practice and announced that he was in. I really like this player because he plays with a chip on his shoulder. He was told he was too small, but I believe that his tenacity and the chip on his shoulder that he plays with is a huge asset for him, and I think that it's going to propel him to be an absolute dog. You've seen comparisons with Antoine Winfield Jr. and him, and it could be valid. Next, we have Cameron Lenhart. Did you know that he DJ'd for Barack Obama when he was younger? That story blew my mind, and they showed pictures of it too during the Under Armour All-Star game. So I just thought that was wild and a nice piece of info for you guys. But I talked about him in my newest additions to look out for video, which I'll include in the description. I'll have at the end of this video. You could always hit my YouTube channel and hit subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe, but check out that video as well. Last, we have Malachi Coleman, and I believe he's in need of a ratings boost against the best of the best. He has been out there doing his thing, and he is just doing fantastic. He is on the top performers consistently for the last few practices. At the time of this recording, he has not played in the game yet. That's happening tomorrow. So just keep that in mind, and I will update in the description how he does, or I'll talk about it in another video. Next, we have NIL. So specifically, the 1890 initiative is out there providing opportunities for Husker players. I believe they were a different company before and they merged. I went over to their website and I saw something that stood out to me. Coaching that empowers you. We offer expert guidance in finance, business, and entrepreneurship to help student athletes make the most of NIL profits. And I can appreciate that because they're educating the players on that opportunity, on the finance side of it. Because I think a lot of times, or not a lot of times, but sometimes you can receive all this money and you could go blow it. Now, go treat yourself, but you can also do some pretty cool things. Just recently, I saw that, I don't remember where the player was from, but they paid off the student loans for their siblings. So I thought that it was just another sign of what you can do with that money. And teaching people how to be smart with money, I think that is such an important skill and resource to give, especially student athletes. Well, everyone can benefit from it. So yeah, I thought that was super cool. Next, we have a calendar for January. So we have January 5th, transfers can start visiting, and high school players starting January 13th. January 13th through the 15th is the final weekend for transfers to visit. And then high school players can open up to go to campus. January 20th to 22nd is the second weekend of visits / potential junior shadow day. And I'll be able to next week tell you exactly when the junior shadow days are. They haven't been announced yet. But the following weekend is the third weekend and another potential junior shadow day. Now, January 29th is another key date because it is the quiet period. You can't have contact with the high school players and do visits or anything like that. And then February 1st is the final signing day for high school players. are we in the running for some? I think we just made a top 10 list of a player, but like this signing day will be very quiet because we have most of our players sign back in December. So yeah, pretty exciting, pretty cool. Yeah. Next, I'm going to recap just a couple of games and a common trend that I was seeing. So USC losing to Tulane, and then Utah losing to Penn State. And this isn't taking away from either of those teams, but you see what happens when there's a lack of depth. You saw it in Husker games when Casey Thompson went down. And if we would have had him and he was able to distribute the ball, I see that we could have been a little bit more effective. And I'll talk about it later, what our quarterback situation is. And I think that that will be a video to look out for because it's good that we have two quality starting quarterbacks. And we have a lot of scholarship quarterbacks that could potentially compete for that third spot or even push whoever is second string. So I think that that is great. Next, I just want to talk about some of the videos that you could be looking forward to. So diving more into the 3-3-5 and how it could look like for Nebraska, kind of recapping TCU's defense against Michigan during that game. And I think that they surprised a lot of people, but you were able to see what the 3-3-5 could kind of look like. So I'll be educating myself on that and learning the most that I can. And then next I have ranking what unit I believe will be the highest ranked for Husker football, whether it's offense, defense, special teams, and kind of looking at the coordinators for each position and evaluating our team. And then last, I have a playoff deep dive for the NFL. This is trying something new. I'm a big NFL fan as well. I think I mentioned it in another video, but I'm a huge Vikings fan. So I may briefly kind of talk about that in a video, kind of see how it does, see if we want to keep it around or not. But what you can expect is to stay on the trend of Husker football because that is my biggest passion right now. And that's what the that's what the channel is made for. So we'll probably keep it a lot, but I believe the playoffs is pretty huge because it'll lead up to the Super Bowl. So might not be a bad topic to talk about. Last, let me know if you would be interested in having commitment recap videos for each commit. I'm thinking I could do this during a quiet period and before spring football and kind of just giving them the time of day and going over what I'm seeing, maybe even show you some film. I think that could be fun. But we could also do like a smaller video where it's focused on players that immediately commit. Over the weekend, we have 3 transfers coming in. I'm hoping we can land one, but if you'd be interested, I can make a video on that. And that is all that we have for you today. Make sure if you haven't, leave a like, subscribe to the channel. It helps out so much that you can see the videos and we can continue growing. I used to make Husker football videos and recaps of games, and it was something I really enjoyed. With that, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.